Have you ever wanted to describe something in English but the right words just didn't come to your mind? Maybe you saw a movie and wanted to tell your friend what it was about. Or you wanted to explain the taste of your favorite food. But your description felt too simple, or maybe even confusing. Don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, one of the biggest challenges for English learners is learning how to describe things clearly and naturally. That's exactly what we're going to solve today. In this video, I'll take you step by step from beginner to advanced level. You'll start with easy words and phrases anyone can use, then build up to longer, more detailed descriptions that sound fluent and confident. By the end of this lesson, you'll not only have new vocabulary, but also the skills to describe anything in English: objects, people, feelings, and even complex ideas, with ease. Why is learning to describe things in English so important? Think about it. Communication isn't just about answering yes or no. It's about painting a picture with your words so the other person truly understands you. When you describe something well, you make your message clear, interesting, and memorable. Imagine you're in a restaurant in the United States and the waiter asks what kind of drink you'd like. If you just say juice, that's okay. But if you can say, I'd like something cold, fresh, and a little sweet, like orange juice, suddenly your English is more precise and you get exactly what you want. Another example. Let's say you're telling a friend about a new movie you watched. If you only say, it was good, the conversation ends quickly. But if you say, it was a funny, light-hearted comedy with amazing characters that made me laugh the whole time, your description creates an image in their mind. They can almost feel what you felt while watching. That's the power of descriptive English. It connects your thoughts to someone else's imagination. Describing things is also essential in practical, everyday situations. Maybe you need to explain a problem to a doctor. I have pain. That's basic, but not enough. Instead, if you say, I have a sharp pain on the left side of my stomach that started yesterday after dinner, the doctor immediately understands more and can help you faster. In the workplace, too, strong descriptions make you more professional. For example, if your boss asks how a project is going and you reply, it's fine, that doesn't show confidence. But if you say, the project is almost finished, we've completed the main tasks, and now we're polishing the final details, you sound clear, reliable, and competent. Now think about daily conversations. What if someone asks you to describe where you live? You could say, I live in a city. That's true, but not very engaging. If you add more details, I live in a busy city with tall buildings, crowded streets, and lots of restaurants that stay open late, suddenly your listener can picture your environment. This makes your English not only more accurate, but also more interesting. Similarly, when giving directions, saying go straight and turn left is fine. But saying, walk straight for 2 blocks until you see a big red building, then turn left, and the cafe will be on your right, gives someone confidence that they won't get lost. Another very common situation is describing people. Imagine you meet someone at a party and later want to tell your friend about them. If you only say, he's tall, that's too simple. But if you say, he's tall, with short brown hair, wearing glasses, and he always smiles when he talks, your listener immediately gets a clearer picture of the person. Describing people well is not only useful in conversations, but also in daily situations like giving information to a police officer, talking to a teacher about a classmate, or even when you're trying to introduce 2 friends to each other. On a deeper level, learning to describe things helps you express yourself and your emotions better. Many learners say, I feel good, or I feel bad. But human emotions are much richer than that. Imagine saying, I feel nervous but excited because tomorrow I have an important interview. Or, I feel calm and relaxed, like I'm sitting near the ocean. Suddenly, your listener connects with you more because your words paint a vivid picture. Finally, being able to describe well is a stepping stone to fluency. English learners often focus only on grammar or memorizing vocabulary lists. But real fluency comes from being able to take the words you know and use them flexibly in real-life situations. Describing is one of the best ways to practice that skill. You don't need to wait for perfect grammar. Instead, you start speaking, adding details step by step, until your English naturally becomes richer and more advanced. So remember, learning how to describe things is not just an academic exercise. It's not only for passing exams or writing essays. It's a life skill. It will help you in conversations, at work, while traveling, when making new friends, and even when sharing your thoughts and feelings. The more clearly you describe, the more deeply you connect. And in English, connection is the ultimate goal. When you're just starting to learn English, the first step to describing something is using basic adjectives. Adjectives are words that tell us more about nouns. For example, if you say, "This is a book," that's a simple sentence. But if you say, "This is a big book," or "This is an interesting book," now you're giving your listener more information. That's the key to describing, adding details that make your message clear. The power of simple adjectives. Let's look at some of the most common adjectives that beginners can use. Size words: big, small, tall, short, long. Quality words: good, bad, nice, beautiful, ugly. Colors: red, blue, green, black, white, yellow. Feelings: happy, sad, tired, angry, excited. With just these, you can already describe so much. For example, the dog is big. My phone is small. The soup is good. The car is red. She is happy. Each sentence is short but clear. You don't need advanced words to make yourself understood. Useful sentence patterns. At the beginner level, there are a few simple structures that work in almost every situation. It is plus adjective. It is hot. The noun is plus adjective. The chair is heavy. This looks. That feels. It tastes. This looks nice. That feels soft. It tastes sweet. These are magic formulas for descriptions. Use them often until they become natural. Real-life examples. Let's go through some situations where you can use beginner-level descriptions. A. Describing objects. This table is brown. My bag is heavy. The phone is new. B. Describing people. She is tall. He is short. They are happy. C. Describing food. The pizza is hot. The ice cream is cold. The coffee is sweet. D. Describing places. The park is big. The room is small. The street is long. Notice how these sentences are easy to form, but give your listener instant understanding. Common beginner mistakes. Beginners often make mistakes when trying to describe things. Let's look at some and learn how to fix them. Mistake 1. Forgetting the verb is. Example: the car red. Correct. The car is red. Mistake 2. Using too many adjectives at once. Example: the big, small, nice car red. Correct. The car is big and red. Mistake 3. mixing up a and an. Example, a orange. Correct, an orange. If you focus on fixing these small errors, your descriptions will sound much more natural. Learn with opposites. A great way to grow your vocabulary quickly is to learn words in pairs of opposites. For example, big, small, tall, short, hot, cold, good, bad, happy, sad, fast, slow. When you learn both words, you can double the number of situations you can describe. For example, the movie was good. The movie was bad. Later, we'll replace these simple words with stronger ones, but for now, this is enough. Practice with everyday objects. Let's try some short exercises together. I'll describe something, and then you try to do the same with an object near you. Example 1. I pick up an apple. I can say, it is red. It is small. It is sweet. Now, look around your room. Choose one thing and say 3 sentences about it. Example 2. I look at my dog. I can say, the dog is big. The dog is brown. The dog is happy. Now, think of a person you know. Can you describe them with 3 simple adjectives? This exercise may sound basic, but it's powerful. The more you practice describing everyday things, the more confident you'll become. Describing with and. Another simple way to make your sentences longer is to connect adjectives with and. For example, the car is big and red. The room is small and quiet. The pizza is hot and delicious. With just one extra word, and, your sentences start sounding more natural and detailed. Adding frequency words. You can also add words like always, sometimes, usually, never, to make descriptions even more useful. For example, the coffee is always hot. The bus is usually slow. He is sometimes angry. This helps your sentences feel closer to real conversations. Challenge for you. Here's your mini challenge. Pick one thing from each of these categories and describe it in 3 sentences. Object, like a phone, bag, or chair. Food, like bread, rice, or juice. Person, friend, family member, or teacher. Place, room, park, or street. If you do this daily, even for just 5 minutes, your ability to describe things in English will improve fast. 10. The beginner's goal. At this stage, your goal is not perfection. Your goal is clarity. Even with simple adjectives, you can communicate a lot. Imagine this as the foundation of a building. Once you have a strong base, we can build higher with more advanced vocabulary. So remember, start small, focus on easy adjectives, use clear sentence patterns, and practice every day. If you can describe what you see around you, you're already on the path to fluency. When you reach the intermediate stage of English, it's time to move beyond short, simple descriptions and start adding more details. At this level, you already know the basics like the car is red or she is tall. But now, we want to make your descriptions more interesting, more precise, and closer to what fluent English speakers actually say. Expanding your vocabulary. At the beginner level, we used basic adjectives like good, bad, big, small. At the intermediate level, we upgrade those words. Instead of just saying big, we can say huge, enormous, or massive. Instead of small, we can say tiny or little. Instead of good, we can say great, nice, or wonderful. Here are some categories of words you should focus on. Colors. With more variety, light blue, dark green, pale yellow, bright red. Shapes, round, square, rectangular, triangular, oval. Textures, how something feels. Soft, hard, rough, smooth, sticky. Taste, sweet, sour, bitter, salty, spicy. Emotions, excited, nervous, relaxed, bored, surprised. Each time you learn a new adjective, think about where you can use it in your daily life. For example, the bag is heavy. The bag is extremely heavy and made of leather. Coffee is hot. The coffee is hot, strong, and a little bitter. Notice how we're now adding more than one detail. Using comparatives and superlatives. Another important skill at this stage is comparing things. Comparatives are used when talking about two things, while superlatives are used when talking about three or more. Comparatives add or use more. Examples: bigger, smaller, faster, more expensive, more beautiful. Superlatives add est or use the most. Examples: the biggest, the smallest, the fastest, the most expensive. Examples in sentences: this phone is bigger than my old one. That restaurant is more expensive than the one across the street. This hotel is the nicest in the city. She is the most confident person in the class. By using comparatives and superlatives, you make your descriptions much richer and more useful. Linking ideas with connectors. Now let's talk about making your descriptions flow smoothly. At the beginner level, you might say, the car is red. The car is fast. The car is expensive. At the intermediate level, we link those ideas together. The car is red, fast, and expensive. The car is red and fast, but it's also very expensive. The car is expensive, so I can't buy it. Notice how words like and, but, because, so connect your ideas and make your sentences sound more natural. Examples: I like this dress because it is colorful and comfortable. The soup is tasty but a little too salty. I bought this phone because it was cheaper than the others. These linking words are small but powerful. They take your English from basic to conversational. Real-life examples. Let's practice. Describing different things at the intermediate level. Describing objects. Beginner. The chair is brown. Intermediate. The chair is dark brown, made of wood, and very comfortable to sit on. B. Describing people. Beginner. She is tall. Intermediate. She is tall with long black hair, wearing a blue jacket, and she looks confident. C. Describing food. Beginner. The pizza is good. Intermediate. The pizza is delicious with a thin, crispy crust, melted cheese, and spicy pepperoni. D. Describing places. Beginner. The park is big. Intermediate. The park is very large, full of green trees, wide walking paths, and a beautiful fountain in the center. See the difference? Intermediate level descriptions give your listener a clear image, almost like they are there with you. Common mistakes at the intermediate level. At this stage, learners often make these mistakes, using the same words. Too often. If you always say nice, your English sounds limited. Try words like lovely, pleasant, or wonderful, forgetting the correct comparative or superlative form. For example, more better is wrong. The correct form is just better, making sentences too long without structure. Remember to keep sentences clear, even if you're adding more details. Practice challenge. Let's do a short. challenge together. Imagine you went to a restaurant. At the beginner level, you might say, "The food was good." At the intermediate level, you could say, "The food was very good. It was fresh, colorful, and full of flavor. The service was faster than I expected, and the staff was polite." The restaurant is smaller than the one next door, but it feels more comfortable. Now, try this yourself. Think of one place you visited recently: a park, a cafe, a shop. Describe it with at least 3 details. Building toward advanced. The intermediate stage is about balance. You don't need to use complicated vocabulary yet, but you do need to add more details, variety, and comparisons. Think of this as painting a picture with words. At the beginner level, you only have black and white. At the intermediate level, you start adding colors, shadows, and textures. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel to speak this way. And once you are comfortable here, you'll be ready to move into the advanced stage, where we use idioms, figurative language, and more powerful expressions. We've now taken a full journey on how to describe anything in English, from the simplest beginner phrases to rich, advanced descriptions that use imagery, comparisons, and cultural nuance. Along the way, you've seen how even ordinary objects can be described at different levels, and how practice techniques like the Describe Your World habit, the 5 senses method, memory hacks, and fluency drills can make your English stronger day by day. Here's the most important lesson: describing is not just about vocabulary, it's about perspective. When you train yourself to notice details, connect ideas, and express feelings, you're not only learning English, you're also learning how to communicate like a storyteller. That's what makes your language memorable and engaging. So, what should you do next? Don't just watch this video and move on. Pick one object around you right now, your phone, your chair, even the shoes on your feet, and try describing them at 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. This tiny exercise will make today's learning real. And remember, consistency beats intensity. If you practice describing just a few things each day, in 1 month, you'll be shocked at how much more fluent and confident you feel. And in 6 months, you'll not only describe objects, you'll describe your thoughts, emotions, and experiences with clarity and power. If this lesson helped you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's also learning English. Together we can build a world of confident English speakers, one description at a time.